I hope that's not too far. I'm working on my boundaries. My therapist says to work on my boundaries. So I started wearing a belt and suspenders all the time. Just trying to create as many boundaries between my pants and the floor as possible. The therapist says that's not it. I'm like, what do you mean then? I started mending fences. Yeah. Well, if you got bad boundaries, then you run into a lot of trouble. And I love getting into weird situations. I played on a lot of hay bales. I played outside of a lot of dive bars, stuff like that. That's like a really normal folk singer dicey situation, right? I got robbed outside of the White Horse in Austin one time. Let's see, what else? Hell, we got shot at in Cleveland. That was interesting. A bullet went right through our Airbnb. And at that moment, I realized I wasn't afraid to die because Marshall, my gorgeous assistant, my tour manager over there, he was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, we played a great show." Which is to say, you know, when you get into crazy situations, it's usually because you're living well and you're ready to die. No, I'm ready to die. If any of you need to kill me tonight, just make sure I play a good show. But suffice to say that there are still things that I'm afraid of, despite having low boundaries. And I'm afraid of magicians. I don't like them. I'm too easy to fool. I like clowns. I feel like they got the short end of the stick. You know, and somebody says no, but you know, that's I understand. But they know where the drugs are. They're flexible. They can entertain 5-year-olds, right? They can entertain you, for God's sake. Clowns are wonderful. A magician, on the other hand, is somebody born and raised to trick you, bound and determined to get $20 off you for a rope trick, indistinguishable depending upon how much you've had to drink, indistinguishable depending upon how much I've had to drink, from all the other rope tricks that he's going to show you. Well, I got surrounded by a pack of these perfidious prestidigitators in Florida one time, and just as I was getting ready to tell them all off because they were showing me rope tricks, I was like, man, this is sad. This profession might not survive the era of TikTok. You know, tricks passed down generation to generation. And I got to thinking, as a banjo-playing folk singer, I probably won't survive the era of TikTok. And then I wanted to write a little elegy for everybody who's got a weird-ass job that doesn't amount to much anymore. For the diesel mechanics and the sourdough bakers and the biplane pilots of the world. This is called Tulsa's Last Magician. Well, Tulsa's last magician got his start at 4, pulled a quarter from his own ear and spun it on the floor. Said there's no good tricks but old ones, and lying ain't that hard. So he saved up all his quarters and he bought a deck of cards. And he learned ragtime piano, though his teacher thought him slow. He got a black belt in karate from a pawn shop video. And he'd practice all his worst mistakes in a dirty bathroom mirror. And when his parents drank, he learned to disappear. And his classmates thought him funny, good at sleight of hand. But he had this grand finale they just couldn't understand. Oh, it's hard to tell the whole truth of a family sawed in half. And that's why Tulsa's last magician left his home so fast. Well, down and out in Reno, gone broke in Santa Fe, turning tricks on Los Sueñeros out in California. But he pushed him up against a wall, said, "Buddy, get a grip." So he learned to set himself on fire on the Las Vegas Strip. And he wandered down to Tampa, blew everybody's mind, 'cause the crowd was cheap and easy there on beer and blowing wine. They said, "I wonder where my dollar went, how'd the flower bloom so fast?" He said, "I can't reveal my secrets, they rarely failed to ask." And the crowd all thought him funny, good at sleight of hand. But he had this grand finale and they refused to understand. They demanded explanation when the car heart pulled was their own. That's why Tulsa's last magician lost his faith and headed home. Well, he said he learned computers like a second foster dad, and free-range all the rabbits that were living in his hat. His investments all went swimmingly, had the cash on hidden strings. His promotions were a certainty, could make the numbers sing. Now time and space is easy, for magic to control. Still it was 40 years of working before he noticed he was old. Now his great escape and act is just untying both his shoes. And most days he's in his easy chair yelling at the news. And the weatherman is funny, talking with his hands, but black clouds are coming in and no one understands how somebody's true religion is always someone else's joke. And that's why Tulsa's last magician kinda just went up in smoke. So friend, if you're the kind that thinks no one quite gets quite what you are, like you're a cobbler or a mechanic in this age of flying cars, if you think that you see right behind what's right before our eyes, you might be a small town's last magician in disguise. And I need you to be funny, please be good at sleight of hand, 'cause there's a grand finale we can't hope to understand. There's a 1 in 52 chance it's real magic and it's true. Won't you please help us believe? Won't you please help us believe?